Here are the 4 key takeaways from the recent 2024 US presidential election. The first is to never expose ourselves to the total solar eclipse. By being physically directly under the total solar eclipse, especially if luck is what we needed the most during that period of time, no matter if you are the president or the vice president. He did it back in 2017 and he lost in the 2020 election. She did it in April 2024 and she lost the 2024's election. Takeaway number 2 is the significance of Jar Wood element in 2024. Because 2024 is a Jar Wood year, this brings forth the vibrations of the Jar Wood to thrive, especially for those who carry the Jar Wood in their birth chart. When a certain element appears in that particular year, it is most likely going to strengthen the same element in your chart, to the point that may cause this element to be overloaded and brings out the unfavorable tendencies within us. So in the case of VP Harris, the Jar Wood being the EG star in her chart becomes even more prominent in 2024, to the point that its strengths and disadvantages also becomes more apparent, which could even break the earth underneath. In general, the Jar Wood is akin to a huge dependable tree where it only grows upwards. It is unbendable, and the taller it grows, the further the distance it is to the ground. Hence, it is more likely for the ground to perceive her to be insensitive to their situation, especially when she clearly did not adopt, articulate, and properly address her policies for the broader economy. Also, people with overly strong Jar Wood element will tend to give the perception of being rigid and never look back, just like what she often said. Thus, in certain situations, it may lead to the perception of being overly uncompromising, bordering to being ungrateful by those who may have helped her along the way, although that may not be her actual intention in the first place. At the same time, it is not a surprise that when this element becomes unfavorable, there are likelihood that some influential people with prominent Jar Wood may coincidentally appear to be a thorn in the flesh for her. Don't believe me? Just take a look at Dr. Joe Biden's birth chart that came with a prominent Jar Wood, as well as Elon Musk's birth chart that also came with 2 prominent Jar Wood elements. Takeaway number 3 is regarding excessive pride often leads to internal sabotage. In my 2023's Outlook video, I did mention about those who have the wood dog element in their birth month and may have to anticipate changes in career or business in 2024 due to impact caused by external rivals with assertive characters, or the self-tendency of having overly assertive character. Now, if you look into her birth chart once again, she's also having exactly the same element. No doubt, the change was partly fulfilled by a huge assertive character in President-elect Donald Trump. But at the same time, her Bazi configuration also implied that she had unwittingly built her innermost campaign team to carry these highly assertive traits. That possibly led to incohesion and discontentment amongst her grassroots support, which I had mentioned in my previous video. The last takeaway will be the importance of Qian trigram in period 9. Although period 9 of fire element could represent the rise of women's dominance, we should also note that period 9 also represents the Qian trigram in the early heaven trigram. This is because period 9 is where authoritative, assertive, and all-conquering figures will be the name of the game from now until 2043. And don't expect democracy to be in the same form as in the yesteryears. If this video is interesting, please help to subscribe or give us a like. Thank you.